Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me once again. My name is still Brian, this is still my channel, and today we are starting a new game called Majotori. This is something from, I think the Steam page said like 2017, but I've never seen anybody play it. I had no idea it was a thing, but I was just looking kind of on Steam because I said a while back that I hadn't done like a trivia-based game in a while, and I thought that might be fun. Apparently, this is some kind of weird trivia/narrative-based game. Not sure how long I'm going to play this for. No behind-the-scenes info is that I'm just coming off of recording a lab rat episode that took like 2 hours. So I've got other things to do with my day. But I was so curious about what this game would look like, I had to dive into it. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Without further ado. A girl was born, her name Ava. Ava grew up with her mother, never knew her father. Her mother would always tell her stories about princesses living in magical kingdoms. One day, Ava decided she wanted to be a princess, haven't we all? She closed her eyes and wished for it really hard. When she opened them again, she saw a little witch in front of her. "I'm Lariat the Witch, and I'm here to offer you a deal," she said. "Play a game of trivia with me, and I will make your wish come true. But every wrong answer will be a chance of something bad happening instead." With a bit of doubt in her heart, Ava accepted the deal and the trivia began. What superpower does Susan Storm have? She is invisible and can create force fields and basically anything that she needs to do to kind of justify her presence. Who framed Roger Rabbit? One of the first trivia questions I ever got in a packet. Judge Doom. What artifact is the main... Ooh! This one I don't know, because I have not... Okay. So it's not the Triforce, because that's Legend of Zelda. I don't know if it's the Holy Grail. It's probably not Mjolnir, because that's very Norse. I don't know what the Scion is. Tomb Raider... It's either go with the thing I know for sure is a thing, or go with the thing I'm not sure is a thing, but might be a video game specific property. I'll go with this. Yes! Okay, good. What are the 5 islands inside the main character's head in Disney's Inside Out? The 5 islands? Oh gosh. I think feelings are the, like, characters, right? It might be like personality? Yeah, it was. It's been a while. I saw that movie on a cruise ship or something at one point. It's been a long time. What temperature in Celsius degrees does water boil? Boils at 100, which is 212 Fahrenheit. What is the main character's profession in the anime Monster? Oh no! See, if something takes me down in this game, it is going to be anime. And I think I saw there was something about, like, the odds of seeing a potential character die a horrible death because of a lack of anime knowledge. This is what is 100% going to take me down. Like, I can name a few animes, I can tell you the, like, basic gist of their plots, but I don't know details. And this is an anime I've never heard of. Let's go policeman. Ah, doctor, oh well. Did not know that, too bad. Ooh! Metal Gear Solid 4. Was that Sons of Liberty? I feel like Guns of the Patriots was also one. Snake Eater I think might have been, but Sons of Liberty, it was Guns of the Patriots. Sons of Liberty must be a different one. Directed the movie Citizen Kane. That was Orson Welles. Okay, good. That is knowable for me. What material is Luffy's body like in the anime One Piece? See, I could tell you more or less what One Piece is about, but the body... okay. I was thinking gold because it was like a pirate like thing, but no. Alright, so let's see here. What we got? Oh no. So this one is not good. "Sorry," said Lariat, and then she vanished. A few days later, the police went to pick Ava up from school instead of her mother. She was too young to understand the details, but her mother had apparently died in a car accident. Oh no! From there on, she would have to live with her aunt. "Stop the weeping," her aunt commanded. "Life is hard and it's about time you learn that." I wonder which one. I think that might have. Which one was that I missed? It was, I think, the second one. So, which one was the second one that I missed? I've already forgotten it. Like, I am wide. It is like a wide range of, you know, things that I can remember versus things that I can't. But now you basically live in a series of unfortunate events. Alright, so character die. You can customize the question categories from the settings menu. So are these just like different character names? Let's go to Carl. It was the final game of the National High School Baseball Championship. As the ace of the team, Carl was expected to lead the way to victory. I do wonder if they like specifically rigged it so that if I got any wrong, it would just land on that. Because, you know, 1/3 chance. Then again, that just feels like my odds. Like, if they can give me a daily double about languages I don't speak or animes that I don't know about, that'll probably happen. The pressure was unbearable. Everything was going to be alright, he repeated to himself, but it was more of a wish than actual conviction. Suddenly he realized a little witch was beside him. Barry had offered him the deal and Carl accepted it. Alright, Warner siblings, that is Animaniacs, Yakko, Wakko, and Dot. The Umbrella Corporation is in Resident Evil? Yes. I knew it was I gotta make sure I get my like horror-based video games correct, but it is Resident Evil. Right. Seasons of Lost. It's 5 or 6. Was it? I'm gonna say 6. Yeah. Okay. A gravity gun. I only know about this because of the portal into the multiverse, like fan-created levels, where they actually like pair in the gravity gun from Half-Life with the portal gun in Portal 2. It's a very fun user list of levels. Really sucks that the original creator had to stop doing it because it had to like stop making it because of life stuff. That was a really fun mod. What are the twin characters named? The Idol Master, Akihito, Shonmyeon, Amimami, Megami, and Tsukasa. Shonmyeon. It's 50-50, Amimami. Alright, so that's number 5. Kratos, the Son and God of War. Ooh, Atreus? Yeah. Didn't play it, but it felt right. It's farthest north. Oh, I mean, that's no question. South Dakota, Oklahoma, Iowa, North Carolina are much further south. Come on. In the anime, Love Live School Idol Project. Why do they? I didn't know that. It just feels like the kind of reason why main characters in anime might form a, you know, fundraising group. And this one is the Holy Grail. We had that before. Alright. So if it hits this X, it is very clearly rigged. Yay! Alright, we did it. Congratulations, said Larry, and then she vanished. The game began and Carl's hand stopped shaking. He had never been so focused before. He pitched as well as he ever had. No batter was able to even touch the ball. It was a smashing victory, or rather a lack of smashing victory. Oh dang, there's a lot of these names. Okay, I wonder how many we'll be able to get through. I also really like, because this was marked as like a multiple endings, so clearly like if you win, you get a good ending, and if you lose, you get a bad ending. But it all comes down to like the spin, which is also very like, what's it called? Like Netflix Battle Camp Island or some nonsense like that. It's the recent Netflix reality show that they were doing. Prom was coming and no one had invited Barbara yet. Aw, as captain of the cheerleaders, she deserved the best date. Honestly, I kind of want her to die already. That, of course, was Carl, the ace of the baseball team we just learned about. She'd been cheering when he became a hero on the championship finals. But when she found him by the locker, he was talking to another girl. Was he gonna ask her to the prom? Don't ask her, ask me, wished Barbara, closing her eyes. When she opened them again, there was Lariat. Lariat offered her the deal and Barbara accepted it. Alright, let's go. Gangster movie is Goodfellas. Lost as a doctor? I think that's Shepard. Yes. Okay, I never watched Lost. They like Lost in this game, apparently. This is the second Lost question we've gotten in 3 games. Jack Skellington, Nightmare Before Christmas. Absolute classic. Capital of Portugal. I mean, given that none of the other 3 are even in Portugal, helps narrow it down as well. If you didn't know the capital was listed already. Obviously that is pretty well. Pink in the Brain are mice. Alright. Living Snowman is Olaf. Kristoff is Anna's later love interest. And the other 2, I don't think exist in the version. Bleach. Okay, let's see here. I've at least heard of the anime Bleach, which is only like the second of the animes that they've asked about that I've actually heard about. Yusuke Urameshi, Sasuke. Blind guess, I might have seen it before at some point, because again, I've seen the name Bleach before as an anime, but I did not know. And 24, Jack Bauer. Not the kind of show you want your 10-year-old to be watching, but it's the kind of show that my mom watched with her 10-year-old. All the answers right, baby! Yeah, no need to spin that one, sucker. Congratulations, said Larry, and then she vanished. Barbara then realized Carl was standing right in front of her. Thank you for cheering for our team, he said. You must already have someone to go to prom with, right? He asked. I actually don't, whispered Barbara. Would you like to go with me then? And of course she would. Aww, sweet. Okay. So, I think we just did Barbara, right? Same story? Let's go to Coralt. And I think we did Ava as well. The electoral campaign had begun, and Coralt was a favorite candidate. Just thinking about all the things he could improve if he were to become president made him excited. He wished so hard for the people to elect him that Lariat appeared. Play with me and I'll make your wish come true, she said. But Coralt refused. He was a firm believer of democracy. But if you are the best candidate, you deserve to win, insisted Lariat. I only want to win if the people want me to win, explained Coralt. That's stupid, but okay, said Lariat. Since I'm already here, do you have any other wish? I don't know. You could do the dishes? Asked Coralt. That's the stupidest wish I've ever heard, replied Lariat. But she was not going to refuse a free trivia game. Alright, high stakes here. I honestly kind of want to lose this to see what the stakes are here, or like what'll happen if you lose. But I'm going to at least try to win. Probably not going to succeed. Okay, so Amaterasu is the Japanese goddess of the sun. Palutena, or like Shinto goddess of the sun. I don't know if they borrowed her from Kid Icarus because this is not a game I've ever played. I'll do this one. It does seem like the name of a goddess. Deadpool, a lot of red, a lot of black. Basically Spider-Man. Ooh! Final Fantasy VII. See, I have like nerd friends that would know a lot more about this than I would. But I'll hope this is part of the next. Nope. Meteorite. Okay, cool. Red and green light? Red and... Ooh. I couldn't imagine it being cyan. This would be kind of magenta? Yellow? Oh, I guess this is kind of one of those things where it's like in RGB or some alternate color theory, but not... Yeah. That would have helped, because I was thinking of the actual color model, which obviously red and yellow make orange. Green is a secondary color. That really annoys me when they don't specify that. Which did you get? Solaire of Astora. Doesn't seem like a God of War thing. I'll go Dark Souls. Dark Soulsy. Didn't know. The first card Sakura uses in the anime Card Captor Sakura. I mean, all one anime fan watching this right now is going to be really mad at me for not knowing any of these. But let's say use the windy. Sure, why not use the windy? Because these animals give birth in the water. Ooh. Interesting. I did not know this. This is really cool. Seals and sea lions, I feel like, are basically the same thing. Penguins lay eggs, so I'll go with that one. Name of the tiger is Richard Parker. Pipe Patel is the dude. Hair with the main. Let's go pink. That's anime. Sure. I didn't know it, but it sounds like the kind of nonsense that an anime color would be. Alright, so I still kind of want to see him lose this. But he's not going to. Congratulations, said Larian, and she rolled up her sleeves. Get those dishes done! She made sure that everything was left clean and shiny. Barbara, Hector, Fatima. I guess we'll go to Hector now. Hector loved video games, but he was trapped in this boring world. If only he could live in a magical world, fighting monsters and finding treasure. That is going to backfire on you spectacularly, my friend. I can make your wish come true, said Lariat, appearing out of nowhere. Ah, a witch! Screamed Hector. You wish to fight monsters, but you're afraid of a witch? Then she does have a good point. Hector calmed down and made a deal with her. Alicia. Ooh, why do I know that name? It might not be a name that I've ever actually seen. Xenoblade Chronicles, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, I don't know. Never heard of it. Moving on. Ah! Jacques Clouseau, Pink Panther. Alright, that is knowable. Fate Testarossa. Oh! I feel like I've heard of this. And if I've heard of it, it's probably My Hero Academia. It's the only one of these I've heard of. No, it's not. I might have been wrong and never actually have heard of it. Video game Resident Evil 4? Let's say they speak French. Okay, sure. Never played it, didn't know it. La La Land. Ooh, that was in 2016, because it lost the Academy Award, I think, in 2017. Goku's for... Ah, a lot of anime content in this one. Okay. Dragon Ball Z. It's not Vegeta, I know that much. I don't think it's Yamcha either. Just trying to remember the terrible movie that I've heard about. Trunks or Son Gohan? Let's go Son Gohan. That seems a bit possible. Yay! Look at me getting anime stuff. Which fictional hospital? I think it's Princeton, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, good. I for whatever reason, I just seem to remember something Princeton related in-house. Bubble Bobble. Black and white is fun. Let's do that. Nope, green and blue. Never. I didn't know Bubble Bobble was a video game, so there you go. Squid Game. I mean, they're basically PlayStation buttons, and I don't think there was a cross. Alright, this is gonna be a fun one, about 50-50. Nope, gonna die. Oh wait, not gonna die. Congratulations, said Lariat. Then she vanished. Get tricked by the roulette! Yay! I mean, I'm fine getting tricked by it if it means that he survives, sure. Hector received an email from a video game company. He had been selected to play the beta of a new virtual reality system. It was a system so advanced it put you on a dreamlike state to immerse you 100%. When Hector received the package, he set the system up as quickly as he could and started playing it. The system transported him to a magical online world. The good news didn't end there. The game had a bug that prevented anyone from logging out. And if someone took your helmet off without properly logging you out, you would die in real life. That meant his parents couldn't force him to go back to the real world. That is going to backfire again. His physical body was taken into a hospital to keep him alive. It feels like the bad option would have been better for you here. For all intents and purposes, Hector was now living in a magical world full of monsters to fight and treasure to find. I think I know this anime. Sebastian, Ingrid, let's go to Sebastian. When Sebastian looked up at the sky, he saw something strange. The sun had a weird shape. Oh right, there would be an eclipse on that day. Sebastian kept staring at it. It was beautiful. But when he looked away, something was wrong. He kept seeing a bright spot even when he was looking at the ground. Sebastian closed his eyes and wished that it was nothing, that it would go away after a while. Suddenly, the bright spot started to change in shape. It morphed into a little witch! Sebastian heard a voice in his head offering him a deal and he accepted it. Wait, hang on, what was the deal? What did you want, Sebastian? To be able to look at the eclipse? That's dumb. What is Genos in the anime One Punch Man? At least know what One Punch Man is. Cyborg? I just thought, like, Genos could be, like, generative operating system or something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Around the World in 80 Days, that was by Jules Verne. So this is not in Super Smash Bros. N64. Ooh, I only played Smash Bros. Brawl, and at that point, all of these were characters. But I think the original oh, not Zelda, that's a little sexist. I need to look at that list again, it's been a long time. Edward Scissorhands was directed by Tim Burton, though I would kill to watch a Quentin Tarantino Edward Scissorhands. Portal! But I hear the cake was, what was the cake? It was not true. I wish I had a better word for it. First digit in the number pi, 3.14159265358997932384626433332, something like that. I used to know more. Directed Raiders. Well, this is kind of annoying because there was a collab between Lucas and Spielberg, but I think Spielberg directed. Yeah. Oh, Cat Bus. I actually have watched My Neighbor Totoro and Spirited Away, and I remember the Cat Bus from My Neighbor Totoro. The main characters travel through a wormhole. Probably Interstellar? That seems like time dilation, weird, you know, relativity, interstellar travel, all that fun stuff. Alright. Let's see if this guy is the least lucky person in the history of mankind. He is not. Congratulations, said Larry, and then she vanished. Sebastian can now see as well as he... Oh, he wanted to see, okay. You would never stare directly at the sun ever again. Okay, so it was him being an idiot. Ingrid, Paka, or Fatima. I don't think I've done any of these three. Let's go to Ingrid. Ingrid had been trapped inside a virtual reality video game for months now. A bug in the game prevented players from logging out. But there was a rumor that if the energy crystal was broken, the world would reset itself and everyone would be forced to log out. Ingrid made her way through the monsters, guarding every floor of the tower in which the energy crystal was hidden. But when she reached the top, another player tried to stop her. The horrid design of his weapons denoted their great power. I like living in here, I won't let you ruin it, he said. They fought an epic battle. And in the end, Ingrid won. She destroyed the crystal, wishing for it to work and end that nightmare. Instead, the world reset and Witch appeared. Your wish sort of contradicts with another person's wish, she said. But since he's dead now, I guess we can sort this out. See, I told you that would not work out well as a wish. Answer my questions correctly if you want to go back to the real world. Animated, two video game characters have the same, or two main characters have the same name. I have no idea. Let's go. Probably one of these two, just based on the titles. Oh no, not Nana. It was Nana. Okay, I don't know. Shadow directed the video game? Yikes. I mean, I'll go. So Hideo Kojima is the only video game director that I know, and it sounds like the kind of thing you would direct. It might be one of the other three, but I have no idea how I would distinguish between the three, so I just picked the one I knew. Captain Nemo is in the Nautilus, 20,000 leagues under the sea. Belle's father is Maurice, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah. Oh, come on. Alice Margatroyd, Kirisama Marisa. So none of these are names that I know, so I can't narrow it down that way. Oh well. If I knew who that was, it might help, but I didn't. Oh, come on. I don't think it was Naruto. I don't remember a Lance from the, like, 2 or 3 clips that I saw. Nope. Once again, 1 and 3 guess. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, which may actually be better than Breaking Bad, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. A very good TV show. Oh, come on, another video game question. Honestly, there's a lot of video game questions, and it is kind of a miracle that I have not had more losses by this point. Because these video games that they ask about are not... the kind that I play. Right. Who hires Hayate as a butler? Ayumu, Athena... Okay, good. That was a blind guess, but it was about time one of those blind guesses worked out for this one. Alright, so less than 50-50 odds here. I do not like her chances of escaping. Eee! But she escapes! Wow! Alright, so that one kind of balances out the BS first game that I played where I got 6 out of 9 right and lost anyway. Congratulations, said Lariat, and then she vanished. Ingrid woke up in a hospital room. She was free at last. She also became a heroine for having saved everyone else. Game saved. Alright. Oliver, Ava, Mariano. I guess we'll go to Oliver. There's a lot of these. I might play it to like the 45-minute mark just because it feels like a very fast-paced game that I can kind of, knock out in not a lot of time. But a lot of stories, and I appreciate that. I might do like one episode where I try to save everyone, and then I try another episode where I like try to get the opposite result of what I got the first time, just to see how the stories differ. The sky was clear and the moon was full. Oliver was fascinated by its beauty. He howled and howled, but the moon wouldn't howl back. Aww. So he kept howling until a shadow appeared on the moon. What are you doing? Asked the shadow. You are a dog, not a wolf. You were not supposed to howl at the moon. Sound doesn't even travel through space. The moon can't hear you. But I can fix that. Somehow Oliver sort of understood what the shadow was trying to say, even though he was a dog. They made some kind of deal, and the shadow began asking questions. Alright, I need to save this dog. I need to save this dog. Ooh. This is weird. Because Ocarina of Time, obviously the ocarina makes sense. But is that a trap answer? Link to the Past, I know he also travels back in time. Does the ocarina... I can't remember if the ocarina in Ocarina of Time... I guess it makes sense that it would let you travel if it is Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask, okay. It was one of those questions where it's like, I wanted to go with whatever would make me look the least stupid if I got it wrong. The anime Paranoia Agent. That doesn't sound like Hayao Miyazaki. Let's do this one. Ah, well. Vin Diesel not appear. He's in Fast and the Furious, he's in Triple X, and I think he's in Chronicles of Riddick, so Fifth Element. Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Not Guybrush Threepwood, because I think that's from, what, Monkey Island, something like that? Broken Sword. Bernard Bernoulli. 50-50, I'm just gonna go with that or stop. Luffy's True Calls. And the Straw Hats? Yeah. See, I know some details about the more famous anime. We wrote the James Bond novel, Sir Ian Fleming. Why do monsters scare children? Because they like power things based on screams. So reflect energy. Oh, sheesh. Main character... Let's go to a wolf. That sounds fun. Okay, good. Not an Attack on Titan. I have no idea. Ah, 50-50 again. Alright, well, here's hoping I can save the dog, but maybe not. Save the dog! Save the dog! Yay! That one makes me happy. Congratulations, said the shadow, and then she vanished. Oliver howled as hard as he could. This time his howl traveled through space, reached the moon and bounced back. The moon howled back to him. It seemed as if the moon was howling back at him. Oliver felt loved. Oliver, you're a good boy and I love you. Who are we gonna do next? Let's do Yvette. When Yvette and her team arrived, the fire had already taken most of the house. My son! My little son is still inside! Screamed a woman. We can't go in there, said one of Yvette's colleagues, but she wasn't listening. She entered the house and found the boy. But then the house began to collapse. The way out was blocked. She looked around, desperately wishing to find an opening. Instead, she found a witch. There's no time, the witch said. We have to make a deal. Yvette didn't even ask for the details. This was her only option. I'll go where the cave was Plato. I always forget like the message behind it, but it's like really weird perspective-based one. I know. What is Vash known as? Trigoon. Vash the Hedgehog. I'm really hoping One Punch Vash, Vash the Hedgehog. I feel like both of those would be copyright infringement. I don't know either of these other two. Of course, I get the 50-50 optimum because that's just what my life is. What is Azkaban? Prison in Harry Potter. Title of the first album. I mean, there's a chance it was just self-titled. Could also be Black and Blue. Oh, but I just went self-titled and it was fine. Characters trying to kill Bart, that was Sideshow Bob, or what is it, Robert Underdunk Terwilliger or something like that? Blade Runner was Ridley Scott. Peter Molyneux. Ooh. Max Payne, Fable. Theme Park seems a little bit different vibe, so I'll go with that. No, Max Payne, I want. Which of these movies is alcoholic? I forget what it was. I think it was Leaving, right? Mix up Leaving in Las Vegas and Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. They're both kind of alcohol and booze, but I think, yeah, okay, good. Superman Superdog, it is Crypto the Superdog. It's like a fever dream, like that. There was a one like animated TV series about Crypto the Superdog I watched as a kid. Congratulations, said Larry, and then she vanished. One of the walls of the house collapsed, revealing the outdoor. Yvette took the chance and jumped without thinking it twice. Then she herself collapsed. She woke up in a hospital bed. The kid she had rescued and his mother were there to thank her. When I grow up, I'm gonna be a firefighter just like you, he said. Yvette was moved. Good for Yvette. Game saved. Alright. Is Coney a bunny? Back door of Coney's house led into a forest. Coney loved looking for animals and taking pictures of them. One day she found an injured rabbit! Oh no! She took it back home and tried to nurse it back to health. I hope you get better, Coney whispered to the rabbit. I hope we make a deal, Lariat whispered to Coney. And they did. Alright. Secret sexual ritual, eyes wide shut. I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a ritual. I guess it's kind of a ritual. Paper Mario. Ooh. Super Paracary. Bombette. Oh well. Never played Paper Mario. I don't have, like, a lot of Nintendo devices. So I need to, like, get... You know, there's a lot of Nintendo games I just haven't gotten the chance to play. What weapon does Sticks use? Sonic Boom? Let's say Boomerang! That could be fun. And the boom in Sonic Boom could stand for Boomerang. Stuff. Eiffel. In addition to Eiffel Tower, we built, I think, the framework of the Statue of Liberty, something like that. So yeah, Statue of Liberty. Anime movies, the main character is female. Nausicaa. Nausicaa just seemed like a female name, so I went with it. Men fall in love with an operating system. Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson in Her. Never seen it, but I heard good things about it. Pikachu in the Pokédex. Now this sounds like something I should know. It's not 1, because that's like a viewer Mewtwo. I feel like Pikachu's kind of further down. Yeah, 25. Color is Leela's hair. Now I'm having a hard time picturing her. It looks in my head like a kind of blue-green. I'd call it more blue. Purple? Oh no, it is purple. Alright, never mind. Yeah. A lot of the questions that I've gotten wrong so far have been kind of, you know, ridiculous and obscure anime and video game questions. That one I really should have had. Congratulations, said Larian, and she vanished. Who am I thinking of? I feel like there's a character with like greenish blue hair, but I might be wrong. The rabbit rested all night, and by next day it looked a lot better. That makes me happy too. Coney released it and then hopped away. She took a lot of pictures. Okay, good. No animals were harmed in the playthrough of this game. Won both Coney and Oliver. Let's go. I was wondering if there would be some kind of achievement like, I want to save the animals. But people can die for all I care. Animals need to be okay. Nicola dressed up in her formal attire and arrived at the company party. Only for her to find out it was not a formal party, but a costume one. Now what? She had no costume, was already coming to midnight. Just say you're dressed as like Patrick Bateman or something. When all hope was lost, she saw something she couldn't believe. At the other side of the street, there was a girl dressed as a witch. Nicola ran towards her. Hey girl, I need you to do me a big favor, she said. Oh, this is awkward, said the girl looking confused. I'm with someone else right now. Wait a minute and I'll make your wish come true. Nicola waited, preparing the money to offer the girl in exchange for her costume. But it turned out the girl didn't want her money. Instead, she offered Nicola a chance to win her costume by playing a trivia game. Oh no. Baruda, Himawari, Kushina. No, Himawari. 50-50. Upside Down, Stranger Things. This will probably be released in like a month, and we'll still be waiting for season 5. Actually, like a month and a half. Bruce Willis played John McClane in Die Hard. Fun fact. Because Frank Sinatra actually played the main character in like a much earlier adaptation of one of the books in the same series, the producers had to offer Frank Sinatra the role of John McClane first, even though he was like 77 years old at the time. Some ridiculously old age. What item pursues and hits the player? Blue shell! Or I guess it's spiny shell. Though if you are not garbage and you have a mushroom, you can dodge it if you time it properly. With whom does he want to reunite? I believe it's his wife. It's his wife, right? It's Brunhilde? Main villain Final Fantasy VI. I mean, Gilgamesh, probably not. I know Sephiroth is from that series, so I'll just say it. Nope, Kefka, never heard of him. Or her. Or it. Highway to Hell, Back to Black, both of those are good. Wouldn't have guessed High Voltage. Go to the movie Star Wars. That was George Lucas. And last one. How many tails? Just has 2, right? Yeah. I guess Sonic Boom is like a spin-off of Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright, so this is the same odds as last time when I got screwed over. But this time, I get it. Congratulations, said Lariat. And then she stripped. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right there in the middle of the street without a second thought. That left an impression on Nicola. She put the costume on and went into the party. Everyone complimented her on her costume, but she was distracted, thinking about Lariat. Yeah, I would have thought about it too. So we just did Nicola, right? I think we did Barbara as well, so let's do Wooly. And Wooly will be the last one that we do. Wooly was a loser with no future. Let's go, Wooly! Woo! Seems easy. He didn't continue studying after high school and hadn't done anything productive ever since. He was lazy and spent his days playing video games. Let's go, Wooly! It was only a matter of time before he would be forced to work a soul-crushing, badly paid job. Maybe substitute teacher, hypothetically, something like that. But he made his lifestyle profitable. He was in the internet era and he knew plenty about video games. If he managed to create a popular video channel, he could make a living. Determined, Wooly recorded himself playing, edited the video, and uploaded it to the internet. He was focused on the view counter, wishing so hard for it to go up that a witch appeared on the screen. She offered him the best deal of his life. How many opera debate tokens for just the one, Fidelio? What is that? Ooh, Miss Beavis. That's interesting. I'll say Pokemon. There's just so many Pokemon I've never heard of, it makes sense. Son Goku Saiyan me in the anime Dragon Ball Z. And it's talking about Oolong. 50-50. Right. Who helps the main character escape? That was GLaDOS. Oh, at the beginning, not the end. I misread that. That's my bad. But really doesn't... I guess. Yeah, he does. In which of these anime are the characters... I need to play Portal 2 again. It's been a long time. I'm annoyed at myself for missing that. In which of these anime are the characters made using 3D computer-generated graphics? Huh. Let's go that one. Nope, never heard of it. Main character Back to the Future, Marty McFly. Video game Yoshi first appeared. Super Mario World or Super Mario Brothers 3, I think. Ah, it was 50-50 again. Which figure is holding a sword? Alright, let's see if the odds are in our favor or not. April Ryan. Ooh. I don't know any of those titles. Alright, so they will not be in our favor. Ah! Hurry! Alright, I will take it. Congratulations, said Lariat, and then she vanished. When Wooly looked at the counter again, his video had over 1,000 views. Shortly after it went viral, the count reached 1 million. Wooly became instantly famous and gained a horde of followers. His future was blindingly bright. And that feels like a good place to end it for now. We've done, what, 45 of these? Or 45 minutes of these, roughly? It's always good when there's, like, very short one-off stories. And then I can come back to this save later if I need to. But in the meantime, that was really interesting. I like the stories. I definitely got lucky towards the end there. There were a couple where the odds weren't favorable, so it definitely canceled out the one where the odds were favorable and I lost anyway. So that was very fun. Liked a lot of the trivia. Actually, if you look here in settings, I can set, presumably it would be anime that I could set for infrequent if I wanted to. But I feel like something has to add a little bit of suspense to the game, because if I got every question right, the roulette would not be as suspenseful. So, good to have some things I'm getting wrong in there just in case. Very annoyed with myself because I missed the Portal 2 question, because I really enjoyed that, but like I said, it's my favorite game ever. I 100% knew that, but I just saw who helps the player escape. I didn't read the beginning. When you were missing details like that, time to pack it up and, begin again another time, I guess. So in the meantime, thank you so much as always for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully this was fun for you. I think this is the first, trivia-based Steam game that I've done on this channel. So, hope that went well. If you have any other games you want me to play, either trivia or otherwise, as always, leave them in the chat. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and, if there's anybody you want to share it with them, much like, we saw how well Wooly, you know, rocketed into the YouTubing stratosphere. Let's see if we can get me right up there with Wooly, right? But I do appreciate you watching, of course, even if, you know, there's only a few people who do watch. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. In the meantime, do your best to stay involved, stay engaged, most importantly, stay cool. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye!